Monster RX93.1, Justin Bieber featuring Nicki Minaj with Beauty and a Beat. It's Riot Wednesday, and you're tuned in to the Morning Rush.
Yes, and so we are on Facebook Live. Go check it out. And of course, we have our top 10 later. But before all that, we have a very special guest joining us.
That's right. But before we introduce
There you
our
go.
guest, let's say what's up to Team Bahay. Hello, you guys.
Hi.
Good
We
morning,
are
everybody.
here.
Again,
Wait,
Facebook.com.
may konting echo. May konting echo lang.
Hopefully
Hello?
that goes away in a
Yes,
bit.
it's gone. There you go.
Okay,
Perfect.
so check us out,
Perfection.
facebook.com/RX931. Also, we're on Twitch and YouTube Live.
Hello.
A lot of people are super duper excited for our special guest for
know.
today.
Yes,
But-
they are.
A lot of people are also here for the comment section kasi may gustong i-boot out. Sino ng 3 points dito?
meron tayong tribal council.
May tribal council sa comment section. I cannot.
Council.
Ay, nako.
Bakit? Ano ba yung tribal council? Sino na-vote out?
Eh, nga,
May
tingnan
nag-nominate na kay Nathaniel Trillian.
Ay,
That's fun.
na according to Markki, Nathaniel Trillanes.
Trillian.
Ganyan ang
oo nga,
ibang
si Nathaniel Trillanes. Oo nga.
Ginawa siyang ibang apelyido.
Yeah, so let's say hi to a few people before we start. Hi to Nathaniel Trillanes. Hi to Rian G. Surat. Hi to Mary Alex and Bernie Coy de Borja. Giselle Gueco is also locked in, as well as Rod Villanueva. Thank you, everyone, for locking in. We have a very, very special guest with us today. Actually, he joined us in the stream. He was first here.
I know.
Nauna pa sa
First
host.
in attendance. Nauna pa sa host. Na-stress ako kasi late ako dumating. Shirt lang suot ko. Let's welcome. He is a Filipino-American dancer. He finished third place in the final round of World of Dance Philippines, a tall performer with a new dance track called Halma, composed by Junji Marcelo and all under Cornerstone Music. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ken San Jose! Ayun. There you go. Hey, Ken!
Hi, Ken!
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Today, good morning. Magandang
Good.
umaga.
Morning, guys. Morning, Ken. How you doing? Just to let all of you know, Ken was born in 2002.
Oh,
Yes, you're as old as
Wow.
Chico Garcia.
Bye.
Chico left the chat.
Chico left the chat.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no, but that's great. And okay, Ken, how much Filipino do you know?
Konti lang. Mas marami kaysa dati when I first arrived here noong
Right.
2018. Pero, I mean, not like fluently as I would hope so, but we're getting there.
But do you understand it? Most of it, at least.
Mostly, but there's still some that
Right.
I don't.
So
Okay.
how are you, during this lockdown, the whole period? What have you been doing? I know you've been active on TikTok.
Yeah.
Dancers are over there thriving, and I
Right.
love your videos. So what have you been
Thank
doing aside from that one?
Nowadays, medyo busy ako with, syempre, may bagong single ako. It's called Halma. I'm also a regular na sa SNL every week, every Sunday. So that's been keeping me busy as well. I
that's
just got a new puppy. So
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that. I saw your
what
puppy.
breed?
yeah, he's a French bulldog.
French
He's
breed.
only 3 months.
Oh, wow.
What's your puppy's name?
Drip. Like
Oh,
Pep.
true.
But I'm so surprised. You were saying it's your first ever dog. How come it took you this long to get a dog?
Honestly, I don't really know. Because ever since I was young, well, my mom is allergic
Oh,
to
there you
dogs.
go. Yeah.
So, but they had dogs before me, like before I was born. With just my brother, they had dogs. So I don't know why they never did with me, but it never worked out. But here we are today, and now I do. So it's more special
Oh,
now.
that's so cute. And
You know,
you get to spend time with your dog, all day 24/7, right? Since we're all at home
Yeah.
anyway. But when it comes to dancing, are you a family of dancers? Your brother, does he dance? Your
Uh,
parents, do they
yeah,
dance?
my brother and my dad, they like to dance, pero it's my mom's side talaga na they really they're known for dancing. Like my mom's side,
Mm-hmm.
my grandma, uh, the Loxtons, they have started many dance studios in Davao. My grandma's sister Agnes Luxin was the director dito sa Ballet Philippines in Manila.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Oh wow,
It's amazing.
legit.
So
So
have you
why
ever
did
considered, I know, have you ever considered going into like a different genre of dance?
Um, Growing up, when I was still in LA, minsan lang I would train in like jazz funk. Pero like really like sometimes like not very often because
Rare.
I'm not very flexible. So hip
but
hop is my main.
but have you tried ballet or incorporated
No.
ballet techniques in your hip hop
Uh,
dance?
I feel like hip hop is such a broad style that it's almost like a combination of because hip hop I think is such a street style. It there's no actual like I mean there meron naman may mga foundations hip hop pero like I feel like hip hop is a very free genre that it kind of includes like there's a lot of different stuff like that are in ballet that are in hip hop that are in
True.
very
That's
tap
true.
Mhm.
stuff. So yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, but not like trained in those like ballet and stuff.
Mhm.
you were saying, I mean, you come from a very dancey family. Both sides of your family, you were surrounded with dancers. So obviously that was something that, had a huge influence on you as a dancer. But like right now, you have a song, right? And you also enjoy singing. For you, what's the difference? What's the difference between when you're the craft of dance and the craft of singing? Is there like one that's a little closer to your heart, one that needs a little bit more discipline? What for you is the difference?
That's an interesting question. Um, Singing and dancing. Um, that's actually really interesting. I feel like not a lot of people have asked me that. Um, in dancing, I feel it's a very physical. I mean, as we know, it's very physical. Dancers are athletes, so
True, agree.
um,
That's so
Yes.
true.
So when it comes to training in the craft of dancing, you have to make I have to incorporate it as a lifestyle. Like it goes into my fitness, into my diets, into how much physical into my physical activities every day. So there are things like that. But in singing, um, I feel like there's a certain artistry to both that kind of complements each other. Because in singing and dancing, you're also like creatively working mentally to feel the dance, to feel the music as well as in singing. So there's definitely because you're both delivering a dance and you're delivering a song. So
Mhm.
it's
Mm.
like similar and it's so different in many different ways.
When
Uh,
you were making this song, were you thinking already of the dance moves you were going to do for, let's say, a music video or
This
performance?
song was actually written by Junji Marcello.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys know him, but he's like the legendary songwriter here
Of
in the Philippines.
course.
Yeah, he's written a lot here. So it was it was such an honor to have him write this song for me. But we wanted a dance song, obviously, because
Mhm.
uh,
So it's
mahilig
on
ako.
brand, right?
Ano po? I'm sorry.
So that it's on brand.
Yeah,
Obviously.
exactly. Of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
it's a waste
So,
if I don't make a dance song. So
so
for now,
Ken,
dance songs.
I have a question, Ken. If let's just go back to your World of Dance experience, because I was like such a fan of the OG World of Dance as well. I remember watching it like the Twins and everybody else. But from your own personal experience from World of Dance, what did you learn from being a part of that competition that you're still able to use until now in your career?
Um, I think. Okay. Cause it was my first time joining or almost having to compete in like a new country because it was like
Oh, yeah.
I was
Right.
new to the Philippines, so it kind of taught me that you know there's so much that I can learn from from talent abroad, from talent from other countries, from foreign countries, from third world, second world, whatever, like whatever country, like there is true talent. So anywhere will push me very hard. So that's something that I've kind of learned from World of Dance is that anywhere that I go, there's always people to learn from. There's always people to learn from.
yeah, exactly. Ken, question: since you're a singer and a dancer by profession, have you ever considered trying acting or going into maybe musical theater? Just
Actually,
to complete that triple threat, you know?
since I was a kid too, I actually have been doing theater, musical theater in LA. So
Okay.
I have been trained in musical theater, pero I have not been trained in like acting in Tagalog, you know. So it's a completely different thing. I haven't done any acting here in the Philippines yet, just because it's just been difficult just to learn how to transition. Like, I mean, the way that Filipino talks aren't the same way that Americans talk. So obviously, acting would be difficult. So for me.
Interestingly enough, Ken, there are a lot of English theater companies here in the Philippines, much more than expected. Obviously, don't pay as much, but like there are a lot of theater companies that feature English plays from Broadway, from the West End,
So
and yeah, it's great to be able to try out for something like that to like maybe
Dapat
improve.
dapat mag-practice tayo dito sa show. Bigyan natin ng scene si Ken na dapat i-act niya ng onte.
Well, let's do
Kunwari.
the interview in Tagalog. Para fun. Just kidding.
no.
Kahit tayo ata mahihirapan dun eh.
Ako mahirapan
I
din
don't think
ako.
we can do it the
Oo.
whole way. Honestly.
True. Okay, so since you're a singer, you're a dancer in a fantasy world, okay? Who among the current batch of artists we have now? I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Who would you want to have a collaboration with? You can choose from anyone, even the biggest stars on the planet. If you could have like one song that you'd sing together, you'd dance together, you'd have a music video with them, who would be your choice?
that's easy. Chris Brown, because
Oh.
for my
Shawty
generation,
got loose.
he's like, in terms of talent, I would say he's like the Michael Jackson for my generation. So and you know, dancing, singing is also my thing. So I look up to him. I'm inspired by him. His work, everything that he's put out, I think has been very respectable. So I mean that's such a long shot, but that'd be so dope.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
But who knows? Yeah, who knows?
Maybe, diba? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
talking about your latest Halma, a lot of people are probably wondering, what does Halma mean? Because I kind of I suspect it's the baligtad of another word. But can you explain to everyone what Halma actually means?
Yes. So yeah, if you notice, it is baliktad for the word mahal. So halman halmataki
Oh.
is actually mahal na mahal kita. So Sir Junji wrote this song for me.
Did
Uh,
Rica write the song?
We
Rika's
love that. We love that here on the show. We do that all the time. We love everything.
sampulan mo nga to.
yeah,
Wala ba si Ken?
Sampulan mo nga to ng tagbalik mong mga ano.
That kilab.
so we were like trying to really market this song for the Philippines now. Now that I'm really here. So one experience that I've had here is, syempre, kapag may babae na, like, if there's a girl that I like or that I'm trying to talk to, minsan it's mahirap when we're trying to talk or communicate. There's sometimes miscommunications. There's sometimes like, just culture stuff like that, that we just learn about each other. So this is kind of a fun way of like interpreting that into a song, into a dance song. Like, so I'm trying to express my feelings to this Filipina girl, and instead of saying mahal na mahal kita, it's halma na halmataki.
That's
It
cool.
sounds kind of
It sounds cool. It sounds natural.
it sounds
Alam mo yun,
foreign. It
parang-
sounds Japanese. It sounds like a Japanese
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
So,
So-
like, what are your plans for, because of, I know it's a little bit difficult. You kind of like started, roughly at the verge of the pandemic. How are you dealing with it as an artist? I mean, you're trying to put yourself out there. We know you have like a YouTube channel as well, right? But what are the other things that how are you adapting to not being able to perform live as much and seeing your fans up front? Like, how are you? What's your like attack on getting your content out there?
I think for the most of, I mean, there's only a certain extent as into what we're able to do right now.
True.
So I think now I kind of switched the mindset in, continue to do as much as I can and do content and, still work as the opportunities are coming. But I've kind of taken this opportunity to kind of work more on myself and learn more about myself, as well as hang out with my family and stuff like that. So yeah, this time has been definitely an adjustment for me. Pero I've learned a lot about myself, and I've had a lot of time to relax after everything that's happened the past
Yeah.
the past like 4 years in my life have been just crazy. So this year was definitely hard, but still nice. The time and a learning process for sure.
Yeah,
A
I
lot
think
of
a
your
lot of people feel the
fans are-
same way.
Yeah, a lot of your fans are on the comment section.
I know.
Of this stream right now, and I'm sure they're all so stoked
But
to listen
I have
to
a question. Do you remember the very first time that or do you remember the time that you decided you wanted to make a song or you wanted to sing? Were you listening to something or
I
were you doing something? Were you working out or something?
that I wanted to sing or to make a song.
Or to make a song, that you wanted to make a song?
I don't know, cause I grew up in a family of like entertaining. Like my mom side dancing. My dad was a professional singer. He was in Papuri Singers here in the Philippines. And their group toured. They did a tour in Europe and America, a bunch of places. So ever since I was young, I was just so exposed to industry, music, entertaining, and so ever since, like, that's pretty much like all I ever knew. So with singing, I just kind of I was always singing since I was young. That was like my first thing that I ever did.
It's like it's
So,
always been there with you.
yeah. So I don't like. It's like I always kind of knew that probably one day I would have a song. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be big or anything, but at least like someday I would like make music. So
Yeah.
I kind of always knew.
Yeah.
I think
It's one of
Marky
those
one
things.
time you told me that, diba, na parang as long as your art is out there, you're performing for people, and you
Yeah,
know the reason why you're performing, it's good.
Yeah,
You're
as long
good
as
with that.
as long as you love what you do and you're doing what you love to do every day, then just keep doing it, right? If you don't love it anymore, then move on to something that you do love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I have a question for Ken. Even before we put you on, a lot of your fans have been like posting purple hearts. What's the story behind that?
Oh, that purple is just my favorite color. So
Oh,
Oh,
they're just
cute.
right.
Well,
Ah,
I was gonna ask you earlier. Have you been able to interact with your fans? Now that we're all mostly just home and interacting online, pretty much.
yeah. I think um, ever since I've been able to interact a lot with my fans. That's definitely something that I've loved to do ever since. So I don't think that's something that I've done more of now, less of now. Like I think it's just a continuous thing that I've liked to, connect with the people who support me.
But I
Nice.
mean, since you're online and you're everywhere, I'm sure there are some things that, people say that are kind of negative. So how do you deal with that? Since it's also our topic for today, how do you deal with quote unquote haters?
Yeah,
haters, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, that was always interesting because earlier in my career, I never really cared as much. Like, I never cared, as like being young. I never cared what anyone said. But now, as I'm 18 now. Of course, this is a time where I'm growing and stuff. So, I've started to notice that these things, like, because they are like starting to happen to my life and stuff. So, some of these things are personal, and some of these things, will affect me. And I'm starting to realize that it does, regardless of if I wanted to or not. But I just kind of look at it as, there will be those people, there will be haters and stuff, but there, I mean, there's really nothing that we can do about it. It's just
True.
not really give much energy, take it more as constructive criticism more than anything. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't really care. They're putting in time to just put negative energy into this world, and nobody needs that. So
Yeah.
I
Nice,
wish I was more like that.
right?
Like I just don't care.
Negativity, shoot.
You
Get
know
out
what?
of
A
my
lot
face.
of a lot of your fans are watching right now. So Ken, we're so happy that you could join us this morning. But we don't want to keep you too much. So is there like anything you would want to tell all of your fans? Maybe invite them to check out your new music, your YouTube channel, your shows. Go and
yeah, of
invite
course.
them all.
Um, for all of you who are watching today, maraming salamat po for your support, for listening to my story, for everything. Please listen to my new music. I have 3 singles out, but I have one new one out. It's called Halma, released by CS Music, written by Junji Marcelo. You can find my music video by searching Ken San Jose Halma because I've made a new a bagong music channel, official music channel on YouTube. So please subscribe to that. And yes, SNL every weekend, every Sunday. And thank you just for always supporting me and having my back throughout my life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
And
joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
congratulations.
you, Ken.
And
Thank you, Ken.
to all the monsters on Facebook Live, just stay there. We will be joining you shortly for the final batch of the top 10.
Yes.
But we're going to play Halma on air. So enjoy it right here on The Monster.
Thank you, Ken.
Bye,
Thank you.
Ken.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Wow. The comment section is
There you
just blowing
go.
up.
It's the
I
Indian
cannot
BTS,
handle
ha?
it.
Indian BTS.
Alam ko, hindi naman nila ino-own yun eh. Sobra. Ayan na, Halma na on air. You guys should
There you
listen on
go.
air too.
Check it out. Listen to these guys. Yeah. I think we're doing one last batch of the top 10 after this. All right. And we're back. San si Rica? Wala. Hello. Hi to Gino Ramon. The usual suspects. Hi to Jen, Paula Briones, and Nathaniel Trillana. Hi to Archie Manila and Brian Vinluan. Halma Rumba.
And there.
There you go. And she's back. We are here. Have you guys seen, Jason's asking, have you guys seen the trailer of The Prom? What are your thoughts?
Not yet.
Have you seen that? It's about
No,
the
but I
girl who wants
started.
to take her girlfriend to prom.
Uh-huh.
And it's a musical.
And
It's
and
a
then-
musical. Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay. Wait.
yeah.
Okay, get.
Meryl Streep.
But I started watching The Queen's Gambit. I'm loving it.
It's the best. Oh my gosh. You
I'm
guys should have
loving it.
watched before. It's so good. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's one of the best series I've watched.
I love
Ken,
her hair.
Don't worry. I'm going to send you the music, the song soon. Just give me a few days. Today or tomorrow, I'll send it. Promise.
Alin.
No, because I have to. They have a benefit concert that I'm gonna be performing at. That I'm gonna be sending. Because I also have a show at the same time. But I'm gonna send the video. So hope you check that out. Queen's
Hindi na
Gambit
ata kape
is the
yung-
best.
Hindi
It's
na
the
ata kape yung
best.
iniinom ni Chico eh. Tea na ata yan. I think it's tea.
What do you mean?
Yung iniinom ni Chico. Somebody said, laklak daw ng laklak ng kape si Chico.
He's drinking
I think
coffee.
it's tea.
Is that tea?
I
Yeah,
think it's tea.
I think after he has his coffee, he goes back to his tea bag.
No
Really?
problem, Renzel.
Of course, we're glad to have him on the show. Gino Ramon says, The Crown. Yeah, I really want to get to watching The Crown. That's one series I've always wanted to check out. But, you know.
Monster RX93.1, yes, giving you a taste of Ken San Jose's new song called Halma. Thank you so much once again for joining us today on the show, Ken San Jose. I hope you enjoyed our interview on Facebook Live. We are still live over there, so if you're online, go ahead, check us out, facebook.com/RX931. And in case you missed the interview, you can watch it later. It's going to be on our Facebook page. But for now, let's go back to Riot Wednesday. Here's something from Chris Brown and Busta Rhymes before we give you the final batch of the top 10. Look at me now, only on the Monster.
Look at me now. Getting paper. Look at me now.
Can Chico hear me? I
I
don't
don't
think he can.
think so. Yeah.
He's on silent. Chico?
Chico, galawin mo ang baso.
Chico! Chico! Chico!
It's finally a Wednesday, guys. What are your
Yeah,
plans
it's
for
Riot.
today?
It is
What are your
a
plans
Riot
for the
Wednesday.
hump day? What are your plans for the hump day? So
I'm
breakfast. What did you have for breakfast? Well, you don't eat breakfast, right?
I don't eat breakfast, but I will later. I will have a bit of
Yeah.
breakfast in a
Brunch.
bit. I actually want to watch the new Mutants. I've heard great things about it. Sabi ni Grace,
Oh,
grabe
the way-
ang heart hand post ni Baby Whale sa IG.
Grabe, diba? By the way, they posted a new Run BTS episode yesterday. Okay, hindi ko pa napapanood because I'm still busy, pero kailangan kasi focused ka eh when you watch that. With any, like, let's say, show na hindi mo naman naiintindihan yung language, you kind of have to be focused. Like, let's say
Yeah,
people who watched Money Heist in the original, na hindi dubbed,
in
diba? You have
Spanish.
to be
Yeah,
focused in
but like the
Spanish.
thing is, yeah, I watched it dubbed. Like the thing is,
Ako din.
if there is no, option to have it dubbed, I don't watch it. I tried watching this Spanish documentary or Argentinian documentary called Carmel about a killer as well,
Mhm.
but I just couldn't get through it. It was.
When it's subbed.
I mean, I understand the Spanish a bit, but a lot of it is just so hard to get into my head when I'm
But how
trying to do
about
something else.
subs?
There are subs, but it's just hard to I know to like keep
Focus.
looking away from my Pokemon Go app.
Yeah.
I do like four things at the same time. So
I know. You don't have to tell me about it, Markki.
uh CJ's asking, is the New Mutants anything related to Marvel? I haven't watched it, but I hear it's yeah, it's like the new
Markki,
X-Men.
remember that one movie na pinakita yung trailer? It's like, is it New Mutants? Yung parang horror siya.
Yeah, na may mutants.
Oo.
The
Is it
horror. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I gotta look for
New
it.
Mutants yun?
But a lot of people say it's like 50-50. It's like, yeah.
Kasi,
But
di
I'm
ba,
gonna check
the
it out
trailer has
anyway.
been out. The trailer has been out for a long time.
Yeah.
And I
I've
wonder
wanted to
if they
watch that.
showed it anywhere.
Yeah. I'd like to watch that. That's one of the shows I've always wanted to check out. The New Mutants. Maybe I'll check it out later. I'm actually watching the new Pokemon series, Journeys,
Mm-hmm.
on um, somewhere, and it's good. It's so good. That's why I want to tell Chico, but he can't hear what I'm saying. Chico, 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 Chico. He doesn't. He's not listening.
Well, because he can't hear us. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but he's not
fine.
looking. Uh, Jay Ryan's asking, "Saan ka nanood, Marky?" Ah, yeah, I watched Pokemon Journeys on Netflix.
Quote unquote.
No, literally Netflix. Netflix with assistance.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Netflix with extra assistance. Yeah, I'm sure may isang scene na connected sa Logan movie, sabi ni RJ. I should check that out.
I
Kevin
really
Uy
enjoyed
says,
Logan. I enjoyed Logan. I like how dark it is,
yeah, me
and it
too.
looks so rugged.
Since I look like Professor Snape. Crucio!
Ano na bang pinag-uusapan natin? Are we having two different conversations?
No. Someone said, I posted this on, Marky looks like Professor Snape in Harry Potter. So. Sige, mamaya na lang pag live. Kasi he's just chilling. He's chilling like a villain, yeah, now. Hey, Renalyn, how are you? Thanks for locking in. Oh no, running out of battery. Classes that were suspended. Signal number 2 in Manila. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know what he's doing. Greeting May, Rob Belido, and Ulysses. What's the update on Bongkaday? Well, I'm still growing my hair, so it's still tuloy for now. We're finding out more as it goes along. We had a script reading a couple of weeks ago. So We'll find out soon. Signal number 2 na din dito sa Bulacan. Here, it doesn't show signs of the weather getting really gloomy. The sun's still kind of up.
Monster RX93.1, and time for the top 10 for today. We are still on Facebook Live.
I was
So-
trying to get Chico's attention the entire time. I was like, Chico,
Oh!
Chico. And he was like,
What?
We were
What?
busy in the booth.
What?
no, I was going to tell you, oh my gosh, you're going to enjoy the new Pokemon Journey series that just came out.
Oh my gosh. Is it on Netflix already?
Well, kind of. I'll let you know more later.
Okay.
But it's
Okay.
so good. Oh my gosh, it's the best. It's the best I've seen so far.
Okay,
The
good.
best. Okay.
Okay. So excited. All right. So here we go. We've got our top 10 for today, the final batch. How to deal with haters. Let's start off with songs about Gem. Mag-thank you ka. Kasi laging ikaw ang trending topic nila. Like they're always talking about you.
That's
So-
Yeah.
true.
Diba, when you think about it, parang, oo nga, no? Especially if you're like a, like a personality, a celebrity.
I know.
I guess if they're talking about you, that can't be all bad.
They do say
Yeah,
as long
because
as
at least they're still talking about you.
it's
Yeah.
like a good thing.
The
At least
worst-
you're so relevant.
Can you imagine the worst thing is like they try to create an issue about you and nobody cares?
And that means you're
Walang
irrelevant.
may pake.
Walang like completely nothing.
Mhm.
Like, oh, did you know Hazel did this and that? And they're like,
Kind of like how my friend and I talk about tennis sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about our favorites and like, oh, sino kalaban? Oh, some irrelevant.
oh my god.
Irrelevant. But there are some people online, YouTubers especially, who do that. Like it's actually planned or premeditated. Na they know they're gonna get some hate, but because they're gonna put out more content that
Yup.
will probably be okay, alam mo yon, parang mas shine yung light on that yung ilalabas nila na content.
Kasi
Because
first
they're getting attention, because they're getting
Pero,
attention
diba?
initially.
Una yung content.
Mhm.
Tapos,
Mm-mm.
pag controversial, magkakaroon ng second video as a reaction to the controversy.
Yeah.
Tapos
Yeah.
may follow-up ka pa. Tapos may, so nanganganak.
It's a whole
yung
scheme.
Better to be
It is a
hated than
scheme.
to be ignored for these
Mhm.
people.
Right?
They'd rather
Yeah.
be hated.
Because I remember Shane Dawson actually admitted doing that. Na parang he knows that he's gonna get hate, but he still kept talking about, stuff na hindi ka nais-nais.
Right.
So, but now he's one of the biggest YouTubers out there.
Mhm. And
Right?
from Arthur Aguilar naman, how to deal with haters. Am I in a relationship? How much is my salary? How much do I weigh? Find out on the next episode of Mind Your Effing Business. Yeah. Imagine having a YouTube channel called Mind Your Effing.
Ayan ba yung YouTube channel mo
Amazing.
for everyone asking you for your real age?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, what was that? I can't seem to hear you. Or find out na lang dun sa channel ko. And coming from the super malas guy, how to deal with haters, don't stoop down to their level. Magkaka-back pains ka pa niyan.
Oo, kasi medyo
Oh,
mababa eh. So,
ang baba ka.
ang baba ng ibababa mo. eh.
Oo.
Oo
Don't
nga.
stoop
Tsaka
down
madilim
there.
doon, baka mabaho, alam mo yun, damp. Huwag ka na pumunta doon.
Yeah. Stay in the sun. Stay in the light, guys.
When you guys wake up, do you stretch right away? I know some people who stretch right away.
Not stretch.
Jump
No.
around.
And more important things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Usually pee. Kasi
Sa bed? Sa bed?
sa bed, ano ka ba? Siyempre, di ba?
Kasi it's calling your attention.
Oo eh.
Oo.
When I wake up, I always look for the join call button.
Oo nga, no?
You already know.
Yup.
I'm looking
And,
for that join call button.
From Wonderland, how to deal with haters. dapat sila ang mas stress sa'yo. Hindi ikaw ang matres.
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 Makwatro.
Matres.
Masingko.
Hindi.
Hindi ikaw ang
Pag yung matres
sa
mo,
kanila.
ready na magka-baby.
Nagkalaman. O yun, medyo. Lilo Boy says, how to deal with haters, apologize to them. Because you are the reason why their lives are miserable.
Because they hate you so much.
Because
they're so jealous.
they're so jealous of you.
They're
and your
consumed
life.
by their jealousy.
So apologize to them. You affect their lives so much. And coming from songs about Jem, how to deal with haters? No need to deal with them. Have you ever met a hater who is actually doing better than you? So that's the answer.
Yeah.
Feeling ko yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't actually.
Yeah.
feeling ko totoo. Nasaktan ka doon?
Yes.
Feeling ko
Yes.
may mga
I have met a couple.
super successful na hater.
Well, it just means that they're not happy with their life, even with money and fame.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Most likely.
But yes, some of them are successful. And the top, how to deal with haters, comes from Onish Kolodion and Simply Nedge.
They both say.
Onish Kolodion says, how to deal with haters. This only works kung only child siya. Agawin mo ang pagmamahal ng mama niya, tapos sabihin mo, ha, nag-iisa ka na nga lang na anak, hindi pa ikaw ang paborito.
Ibang tao pa yung pinaborito.
Oh,
Oh
Can you
no.
Uniko iho, unika iha. Tapos ikaw pa yung favorite ng nanay niya. And then from Simply Nedge, how to deal with haters, isipin mo na lang, sila yung pearls dun sa iniinom mong milk tea. Mga boba.
I like
Mga
that.
boba.
Usually,
Boba.
Bova milk tea.
mga mali-mali yung spelling, mali yung
Med.
grammar. Madalas, ha?
Medj. So what about us? What's our answer to this? Even though I gave my answer already.
I missed
Wow.
it. Say it again.
Nakalimutan ko na. I don't remember.
Just kidding.
Okay. Ano
How
nga
to
ba?
deal with
Paano ba?
I called them out. I used to just let it go and let them dwell in their dark place. But nowadays I've decided that I'm petty and I'm gonna call them out when I want to call them out. Because these people deserve what's coming.
I second that. Alam mo,
Yes.
kasi, I don't make patol naman to everybody. Sometimes I just ignore. But then
You
when
don't make patong?
Yeah.
patol,
Patol.
with an L. Ibang story yung
Patol.
making patong. We'll save that for another topic.
Kasi yung papatungan ni Hazel, lahat yon.
But I also don't like
Lahat
making
yun,
patong.
100%.
Eh. That's not the position.
Oh!
Hold on. What was I saying? No, I don't make patol all the time.
All the time.
Only when you catch me like in a mood or
Yeah.
whatever. I would be very petty. Trust me. But I think ultimately how I deal with haters is I just live my life. I try to be as unpoppable as possible.
Yeah.
And that's just how I live my life. And it's not because of the haters. It's just because I don't want anybody to ruin my vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care, whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
live my life, you live your life. And I think that's the best way to deal with it. That's the
Sige,
best way to deal with it.
Exactly.
I
I
have an
think
idea.
I know how I deal with haters. I think I know na. Kasi yung generic answer ko would be I overthink. But I think what I do is I screenshot everything and then I send it to my friends. I send it to Hazel first.
Hindi mo alam ako pala yung hater.
Hindi pala. I mean, I never
Alam ko
really
yan.
reply. I never really reply. I never, I never do anything with them. But I do talk about it with my friends most of the time. Pero hindi din naman kasi ganun kada.
Ako kasi, I guess my style is, I try to stick to the point
Mhm.
of the argument. So, kunyari meron silang sinabi na sinabi ko na either mali or they don't agree with. If I can have a very logical discussion, I would. My deal with haters is that I just try to avoid name calling
Mm.
kasi feeling ko baka
Mm.
talo ako. So, I avoid. Kasi pag we start going into name calling, medyo...
But you're now friends with me and Markki, so
Yeah, you can use that ammunition, your ammunition.
Medyo talo ako sa
Kumbaga,
name calling.
kapag pag kailangan mo na,
we got
kumbaga pag kailangan mo na, Chico, ganito na, Hazel, Markki!
kailangan ko na
Attack!
reinforcements.
Attack!
Mhm. So,
You're
Tapos
our,
ako,
you're
ako,
our
nandun ako sa
Beyonce.
corner. Ako, nandun ako sa corner just crying. Can you just stop?
in a fetal position.
Everybody stop.
No, I don't.
But yeah, we get them occasionally too. I think everybody does.
All the
Doesn't matter
time.
who you are.
I think the ones who really, really get it are like YouTubers
Yes, you
and-
put yourself out
And
there.
online influencers.
and really politicians
Mhm.
and really
Politicians.
popular celebrities.
Yeah.
Diba? I think sila yung number one sa target talaga ng mga only because they're the most successful.
That's
Diba?
true.
So medyo
Super
nasa
jealous.
target talaga sila.
Medyo ano pa nga ngayon eh. You have to be thankful kasi because of the woke generation. Now,
Yeah.
you don't even have to call out your haters. Sometimes
Yeah.
other people will do it for
Yes.
you. So,
Yeah.
that's good.
All right, but thank you for joining us, and we shall see you again tomorrow. And please be careful. There is a typhoon. It's signal number 2 in Metro Manila and even higher in other areas. So please stay dry and be careful if
Stay
you're on the
safe.
road.
Tapos, masaya kayo na pupunta kami ni Markki dyan.
Thank God for Bye. Woohoo! Good luck, Rica and Markki.
Bye!
Bye, guys.